There we go. Okay, so we're going to chuck the saddle on his back. So I did some desensitizing before, did some groundwork. I probably could have done some more groundwork because he's not really keen to look to stand still. He's still got plenty of energy and he's certainly not looking for a break or looking to get his breath back. But it's Friday and I kind of just want to get him saddled and call it a day. So he's been doing everything good though. So let's see how we go. Walk up, let him have a bit of a sniff of it. Take it away. Walk up, a bit of a sniff. Take it away. Walk up, a bit of a rub on him. See what he does when you chuck it on. So I've sort of just got him here, so his head's sort of tilted around to the side here. I'm just going to drop these stirrups over, girth over, and have him, be ready for the fact that it might hit him on the other side and give him a bit of a fright. Try and get this rope on my side and in front of me just in case he takes off. So now I'm going to put my little breastplate on here. So once I've got this done up, I kind of don't really want to stuff around too much because if he does jump and the saddle comes off, it's going to end up on the ground and he's going to bust my breastplate off. So I just want this tight enough just to, because I've got a breastplate on, I'm not too concerned about it going backwards. I just want it tight enough just to stay on him, not roll around. So not tight, just kind of snug. Okay, one more hole. Now I'm ready that the fact he probably hasn't really felt this yet, so I'm just going to be really mindful that I stay out of the way of him a bit here, just in case he reacts to the girth. Like that. Think about it, Chad. Good boy. I just wanted to sort of go forwards here. You see he's a bit girthy. I said did it up snug, I probably did it up one hole. A bit more than what I could, so than what I maybe was be able to get away with. So he's probably feeling that girth a bit tighter than what it normally would. But I did some work with the catch rope to get him used to having girth pressure and that. So he's kind of just had that first little reaction. I'm not too concerned first time he's saddled up about him having a bit of a blow off, a bit of a buck. He can sort of just do that first day, and then second day we'll look to make him feel, change directions, yield his hindquarters, make him feel a little bit uncomfortable when he does look to drop his head, because we'll have done work with him to desensitize him to pressure around his girth. So he gets one sort of free day to a bit of a buck to the saddle and work it out and realise it doesn't come off, and then the next day we don't want to build a habit with him. So we're going to look to make him feel uncomfortable when he does drop his head and look to buck with the saddle. Just going to get him just to lope out here. Good boy. Still a little bit tense across the back. Starting to come to terms with it. So what I'll do, I'll just see if we can get some consistent cantering here for a little bit. I'll use the different drills I was teaching him, all groundwork drills, to sort of step in front of him, change direction, and see if we can get him to stretch out and go the other way. Good boy. Whoa, look at him having a kick. So, sometimes they'll buck and have a good play around when you first saddle them up. Sometimes they won't really care about it too much. Usually they will have some sort of reaction to it, because it's, if they haven't had a roller on before, they've come to you, or whatever it is. Like I said, this is day 3, so we've sort of been doing a little bit of activity where we're teaching him impulsion drills and control drills on the ground, and then looking to do some desensitizing stuff and have him happy with sort of pressure around his midsection, but that wasn't a too bad reaction really. You see how you sort of, when you do saddle him up first time, you do want to be careful not to be too close when you first do that saddle up, because come here buddy, other way, because they can have that reaction and end up jumping on you or getting tangled up with you. So just be mindful when you first saddle them up, whilst they're standing there quiet, when the girth is done up tight, they haven't yet moved out, they haven't felt it yet. So, and they can also all of a sudden take a big breath or move slightly and then feel it and realise there's something constricting around them, and then they can have a bit of a reaction. If you're close by and you're not ready for it, it can sometimes get yourself tangled up with it. So the old shad's come along nice. I said I'll just change direction again. Good boy. You know, there's heaps of other sort of drills you can do to prepare him to be saddled as well. Like I laid over him yesterday and did other things, so he's used to having someone laying over his back or the beginnings of it. You know, there's a never-ending list of things you can do with your horse. When it comes to educating him to break them in, it all comes down to time, really. I mean, you can spend freaking months and months breaking in a horse if you want to. But if you've got quite a few to do, it all comes down to making, getting in a situation where you can teach the horse in the most efficient way, and have it be the most efficient way simply because it's the easiest way for them to understand and pick it up quickly, so you can actually start getting their education skipping along and moving along nicely. I mean, there's no shortcuts for when you're teaching your horse to do things, but you do want to be time effective, particularly if you're looking to do a sort of a number of them throughout the day and make it a bit of a business. You do want to be efficient with your time, and you do want to be efficient with how you're teaching your horse and how they're coming along, but you also want to be safe for yourself and safe for the horse. So usually if you're doing things, hopefully if you're doing things the right way, what's safest for you also ends up being what's safest for the horse as well. So, just before, I had to be careful I wasn't tangled up with him when he looked to have that first jump when he felt the saddle, or turn around and have him kick out at me. But like I said, I probably could have had it a little bit looser, would have reduced that reaction he had, but as you can see, he comes to terms with it pretty quick. And we just go back to doing the groundwork drills we were doing before. So you just got to saddle him, and then after we do these groundwork drills, we'll come back in, do some more desensitizing, do another drill that's going to help us with the next step of what we want to do tomorrow, and do some flexing to the head collar and flexing to the bridle, because he's going to be broken in for the racing industry and they're going to be using a bit. So I'm going to start doing some more mouthing with him, and start to separate and start getting flexing through his head and neck. Good boy. Good man.